Welcome to another episode of Crypto Capsule Commentary, where I answer some of the questions that I get from all of you around the world every week. Hope you're ready, because here we go. This episode is brought to you by Q9 Capital, a platform I personally use. Q9 are bringing a private wealth experience and one of the broadest product sets in crypto directly to young professionals, high net worth investors, wealth managers, and corporates. They're offering free cold storage to all new clients and a 12% yield on USD stablecoins. Check out the link above for more details. Okay, let's kick it off. The first question that I got today is Kim from Germany. Henri, what is your view on Elon Musk and his comments he's been making on crypto? What impact do you think it will really have? Oh, so this Elon Musk comments really, I think, have been in the news quite a lot recently. Let me first say that I've never met Elon Musk. I've never had a one-on-one with him. I would say, obviously, I respect him a lot as an entrepreneur. I think he dreams big. He's really accomplished a lot. But frankly, when it comes to some of his crypto commentary, he's a bit childish. Frankly, I think I think initially when Tesla bought $1.5 billion of Bitcoin for Tesla, I think that was great news. It gave a lot of credibility to Bitcoin. But frankly, now his comments that is make really look the industry as if it's a children's game. And unfortunately, I think for a lot of people that do not know the crypto ecosystem, it makes it look very unprofessional. It goes along with some of the stuff he's been doing on Dogecoin, with Bitcoin, and so on and so forth. So I think it's quite bad from that perspective. What I would love to do if I could have a one-on-one with Elon Musk would be that if somebody like him in his position, where he has a voice, he has a knowledge, and he has the ears of a lot of people, actually wanted to use that to showcase some of the benefits of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies on areas like financial inclusion, how we can empower millions of people to entering the financial ecosystem. On the stable coins, for example, on remittances, how we can use digital currencies to reduce some of the fees that we have right now in cross-border payments, or even holding Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation, for example, in this era of quantitative easing, record levels of QE. I think it's very, very interesting. I wish he would have done that. So again, I cannot control Elon Musk, but if there's one thing I would tell him, that's what it is. So thank you very much for your question, Kim. Second question is, Henri, how advanced is China compared to other countries on CBDC? I read a lot about CBDCs, but is really China ahead of, as the media often says? The answer is yes. Today, if you look at the data we have from the Bank for International Settlements, the BIS, 86%, 86 of central banks are looking at CBDC. China is for sure years ahead of many other countries. Just to put things in perspective, the Bank of England started looking at this in March 2020. The PBOC has been looking at this topic since 2014. They've been quite advanced on it. But just to give an example, according to the latest data that we have from the PBOC, they've conducted over $2.3 billion of transactions already. They've done over 320,000 use cases. That even is over 2.6 million wallets that are being used every day right now in this pilot. So there's obviously, China is way advanced on this. Even the latest announcement that came out was that they're going to do another lottery in Beijing this time, where about $6.2 million were going to give in to 200,000 residents and who can actually spend that money with 2,000 merchants across the city. So very interesting developments going on there. The big thing that I'm watching right now is what's next. How quickly is China looking at doing the future pilots, and how quickly they want to roll this out to the broader public? There's a lot of talk they want to do this before the Olympics come, as a lot of other people from around the world will come to China. So timing is one. Second thing that I'm watching is really what's going to be the reaction of the US. We saw a couple of weeks ago that actually the US has announced they're going to also issue their plans, a blueprint on a CBDC, US dollar CBDC, this summer of 2021. So I'm watching that very closely, what impact it can have on other countries. So thank you very much for the question there. Third question is from Rafi from Los Angeles. Henri, I heard that you say at the recent virtual event that you are very optimistic on the future of crypto in the United States. Why do you think so? Great question, Rafi. So a couple of things I think to understand is, yes, about, I would say 2-3 years ago, if you ask anybody in crypto, they would tell you the US is a laggard. The US is months or years behind other countries. Things have changed very rapidly. I have to say I'm very impressed of the really giant leaps that the US has done in various verticals. For example, from the OCC side, the former head of the OCC has made tremendous progress at the SEC level, CFTC, NYDFS, and many others, from letting banks use stablecoins to actually giving bank charters to crypto companies. I have to say some of the policy and regulatory developments in the US have been very impressive. Even at the leadership level today, for example, you look at the new SEC chairman, Gary Gensler, he used to teach crypto at MIT. So obviously there's a lot of knowledge there on crypto, which helps a lot when it comes to policy making and proper regulation on it. Second thing that I'm watching after the regulatory and policy angle is really what's happening on the ecosystem perspective. Let's not forget the US has probably one of the most developed and easy to use crypto ecosystem for retail clients. Probably the easiest place for any retail customer with a credit card to go buy Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, and also for institutional investors as well. Numerous offerings that are regulated, do the KYC, AML, best in class. So I think that helps a lot. But also there's a lot of money as well. Today, for example, according to the 2020 PwC Crypto M&A and Fundraising Report, although only the 41% of crypto M&A deals happen in the US, 71% of the value of those deals happened in the US. So there's obviously a lot of money that is available, not only, by the way, for pre-seed and seed, but also for Series A, B, and beyond. So that is very important as you want the ecosystem to grow. Okay, number 3 is also, I think the thing that I'm watching that makes the US quite unique is the asset management sector. I'm not talking about the large hedge funds entering the crypto space, but even the native crypto hedge fund ecosystem. To give you an example, again, according to the latest report that we have with PwC, AMA, and Elwood, today 43% of crypto hedge funds are based in the United States. That's more than double that of the second biggest competitor, if you want, which is the UK, that has 19%. And of course, when you have the asset managers in a place, it brings a lot of actually the ecosystem around from service providers, companies, and so on and so forth. So I think that's very positive for the US. A couple other things that I'm watching right now over the next couple of months. One of them is, as we saw recently, DM, the stablecoin that was from Libra, that was in Geneva, announced that they're going to move the majority of their operations in the United States. Very important to see what's going to happen there. I'm sure there was a lot of policy impact behind, as US dollar stablecoins are being issued, that they're being issued in the US. So very interesting to watch. Second thing that I'm really watching is what's happening now with the US CBDC efforts. It's been announced now that the US is looking at issuing its own central bank digital currency. They want to make some announcements in the summer of 2021. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens there. And number 3, I think is a very negligible, but I think could have a big impact, is all the movement of Bitcoin mining that is currently in China. A big chunk of it is moving to the United States and North America. And that I think that could be very positive for the US, because if the US is controlling crypto asset management, the crypto offerings, the crypto policy making, and so on and so forth, having also Bitcoin, the majority of Bitcoin mining that is happening in the US could be another big positive for the country as well. So I think all these things, there's a lot of stars that are aligned for the United States right now on crypto. This was not the case literally 2 years ago. So very, very impressive developments there from that perspective. That's it for today, guys. If you have any questions you want me to answer, feel free to ask them in the comments below. I will get to them as soon as I can. If you want to send me your questions in private, you can send them via DM, either on my LinkedIn or on Twitter. And I look forward to being back with you all soon for another episode of Crypto Capsule Commentary. See you guys soon.